This is, I don't know what take this is, but I feel like I have to do a couple of takes, get everything out in videos that you won't see, delete them, and then do like a full run through of what my thought process is. So here we are, take 20. Hi, my name is Justin, and if you're new to the channel, I am a comic artist and children's book illustrator and author, and I do a series of videos called Con Life, where I take a look at all the Instagram stories from my most recent show, put them in a video, and then talk about that experience. So today we are talking about SLiCE, the St. Louis Independent Comic Expo. This was a one-day show that took place on October the 18th at the Sheldon. This was my first time vending there and sort of diving into this zine culture and this DIY creative community. I had a half table. I shared it with a local Chicago creator named Eli Reyes, and he makes these wonderful little booklets and prints and things. Very lovely person to talk to and share the table with and have him be a part of the experience of my first SLiCE. It was such a good show. Creatively, I was so inspired walking around and looking at all the little DIY books that people made. I was very unsure of myself going in, not sure how people would respond to the type of stuff I made. I actually sold a lot of juju. Leading up to the show, I didn't have a lot of this DIY sort of handcrafted, paper folded, staple type of books with me. Within the time frame of booking the show up until that point, I had nothing. Over the last 2.5 months, I started making zines. I fell down this rabbit hole, this sort of creative well opened up, and I just started making all these different zines, or turning all these ideas into different zines, because I saw one video from, I believe the artist's name was Kel Belter. She put up a video that was like, how to make a zine with one piece of paper. And like that blew the doors open for me. I was like, what? I don't have to staple anything? That's amazing. And like I printed all on one piece of paper. So then like the idea of these like little booklets were so appealing to me. And like, if you know me and if you follow me on social media, I have a tiny sketchbook and it's loaded with just sketches and tiny ideas. I started getting into this manic, creative, expressive mode of taking all these ideas that I had written down and having no place for them, and finally like putting them into this format. So I was very impressed with the show and the different types of artists there and what they were selling. It was just like really cool to be part of that. Big thanks to SLiCE for allowing me and welcoming me to this creative community. And it's one that is really pushing me forward to keep making stuff like this. That's kind of the headspace I'm in right now. The Sunday after the show, they did like a zine swap. Creators who were interested, they could RSVP, and it was at this local coffee shop, which was beautiful, a really beautiful coffee shop called The Drip, and it's a Black-owned coffee shop owned by women, and just the iconography and the menu and just the whole vibe of the place was really cool. So I thought it was really a really great place to have this meetup where as a collective we could all share the things that we made. That was another thing. They were big on trading and art swapping, which is not something I normally do, but I embraced it. I believe that's why the pickups for this show will probably be a whole separate video, but we'll talk about them once we come back. So take a look at the Con Life for SLiCE and come on back.
I wasn't expecting to be
Ooh, what's it got?
It's real simple. Black olives, hummus. I just put cheese varieties
Yeah,
and 1 carrot in the hummus.
right, right.
There you go. Hi, Lisa, right? Lee, yes. Good to see you. Yes, yes, good to see you again.
Okay. I'll go hide these with the rest of them.
Yes.
Stuff, okay. So cool spot. So that was SLiCE. It was pretty cool. I loved the location. I loved that there were different floors in the Sheldon that they were occupying. There was even one floor that had antique typewriters. You can play with them and write little stories and stuff. And so my wife and daughter did that for a little bit before they went back to the hotel. One of the things they had here was these free folders that says, you know, tiny little zine holder. They came with little stuffed creatures, these tiny little zine monster, and it's like a little stuffed figure. I got one for Marty. Look how thick this is. These are all the zines I picked up at the show. There's like full-blown like comics and booklets in here. I swapped most of these and some of them I paid for. I do want to do a whole separate video just for the pickups, but I just wanted to share a few that really stood out to me. This blew my mind, and like it really inspired me to try and make something like this. And I have an idea that will fit for it. Someone made a zine out of the like paper fortune. Do you remember these from grammar school? These things? So someone made a whole like little story, and that really was like, that blew my mind. Who did this? James Deathridge. Deathridge? But I think he said he goes by Jack. Anyways, this is really cool. This is kind of like a, I forget what it's called, but it's like you enter like this forest or this cave, and then you read each of the prompts. This is so cool. So that one really stood out to me. This one was really cool too. This is a Peruvian purse. I can't remember the illustrator's name right now at the moment. I will put it probably down below. I thought that was really cool. This one was cool. This one's called Sushi Club. But like, look, it's just one long piece of paper. Like one strip. So I think you read it like this. But like, it just connects. Like, it's so cool. It's like an accordion. And I know there's a way to make these. That's just a little taste. But I will definitely do a full-blown pickups video just for SLiCE. And then this one I thought was really cute. This was my neighbor. Eli, he made this book called Cuddle Sutra, but you know, just a quick mini zine. And that's kind of the flavor of the zines that I've been making, these little mini zines. Having seen like all the different styles that you could do, really inspiring me to come up with some really cool ideas. That is it for my experience at SLiCE. It was very fruitful. It came off very inspired and just really excited to make more. So, oh, one thing I do want to share, this is going to be for next year. The local printer there, Melon Press, they were offering a special on risograph printing. So it's kind of like screen printing with special inks. I had them print out on this like natural paper using really cool ink, these Riso versions of Buddy Cops. And so I'm gonna like put these together, fold them and put them together and bag them as a trilogy and sell them for next year. Here's the most recent one. This is Buddy Cops Volume 3. So yeah, they did me a solid and printed a small run of these for me. That is it for my time at SLiCE. I got lots to think about creatively and just really excited for making stuff for next year. But yeah, this is kind of where my head's at right now. And I can't stop making these little booklets. At the time, right now, I have 8 volumes of Buddy Cops I want to do. And I've already done 3. Through the winter, I'll start working on volumes 4, 5, and 6. So I appreciate you watching this video. And we will see you. I'm losing my voice. We will see you on the next.